This video and its content are protected by and operate underneath the guides of the Fair Use Act. It will be used for criticisms, reporting, possible teachable moments, but most importantly, my commentary and review. So, hey, YouTube, and anyone who gets butthurt, do not come copyright striking my channel. Also, everything in this video is allegedly according to what has been alleged, because even if we see them do it with our own two eyes, hear it come out of their mouths with our own two ears, or read it in court docs, it is still alleged because we weren't there, so we don't know what really happened.
Big poppin', money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me big poppin'. Money in the bank coming, dropping a deposit. Having it my way, so I got these bitches watching. Steady getting to it, couldn't fit it in my pocket. Flexing everything, baby, tell me what the topic.
Yo, what's poppin', Henny gang. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell and select all so that you know whenever I do a video. Yep. You guys see the title. You guys see the thumbnail. You guys hit the like button on your way in, please, and thank you. Because this is some bullshit. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. But before we get up into all of this and I get into the documents, let me go ahead and give my what's poppin'. What's poppin' to Miss Poppington? What's poppin' Gigi? What's poppin' LP? What's poppin' Cherry Blossom? What's poppin' Lee? What's poppin' Miss Black? What's poppin' Miss TR? What's poppin' M King? What's poppin' Jackson J's mommy? What's poppin' Linnell? What's poppin' Uniquely? What's poppin' LaShawn? What's poppin' MC? What's poppin' Kristen? What's poppin' Miranda? What's poppin' Miss VP? What's poppin' Miss TJ or T-Jax? Sorry. What's poppin'? I think I said what's poppin' Miranda, but I'll say it again. What's poppin' LaShawn? What's poppin' Cherie? What's poppin' to the sexiest one? What's poppin' Doretha? What's poppin' One Hot Mommy? What's poppin' to Buttercup? What's poppin' Open Mind? What's poppin' Heather Hill? What's poppin' T Love and Lady Couture? Aisha? What's poppin' Miss Fit and Thick is in the Cypher Banger family all the way down. Banger family. What's poppin' Katrina? What's poppin'? It's just me, Shauna. What's poppin' Nina? What's poppin' Monique? What's poppin' Lakeisha? What's poppin' Sarah? And what's poppin' to everybody who will catch this later on the replay or that's going to come in late? What's poppin' to y'all? And what's poppin' to those who will be lurking back in the bushes? So now, child, y'all read this right. It seems that old Blueface's Nevada warrant has been quashed, y'all. But I found a couple of discrepancies up in these documentations that we about to get into. But either way, there's nothing that I can do or say about it because I was not there in the courtroom. All I'm doing is giving you the court docs. But yeah, so let's get into it. Let me drop this down real quick. And let me go on ahead and let me do this real quick because, I'm tripping just a little bit. Okay, so now we got everything together. Let me check the screen and make sure the screen is good. The screen is good and as it should be. And now we are going to get all up into this doc. Let me get my comments where I want them at because, baby, when I tell you my mouth dropped when I seen this, I said, what? So the state of Nevada motion to quash the bench warrant. This was filed on June 17th. Now, y'all remember when Papa Blue asked the question of who was going to come home first, if it was Blue or Chrisean? I think he knew this already. It says, come now, defendant Jonathan Porter by and through his attorney, Christina Wildenveld. I guess that's how you say that. And the law offices of Christina, and respectfully moves this honorable court to quash the bench warrant issued by this court on February 1st of 2024. Okay, filed on this date on the 17th day of June. All right. And it appears that there was an appearance that was made in court. This was filed on June 24th at 9:30 a.m. in the courtroom. Defendant's motion to quash the bench warrant, and this was by Kathleen Delaney. Now, I am surprised that Miss Delaney was willing to hear all of this because she said she wasn't playing around with him. All right. But let's read what this has to say. It says, appearance continued, defendant Porter present via telephonically from California. So he was on the phone from Cali, having court. Upon the court's inquiry as to the supplemental reporting of California, Ms. Potts advised the state will be treating this as a technical violation. Okay, so he was violated. There was a violation, guys. It was not a mistake or mishap or misunderstanding as Wack put out there. He has a technical violation. Okay, Miss Woodeville, I guess that's how you say it, advised the defendant has been in custody in the state of California since late October. Now, he didn't get arrested until January. So I don't even understand how this late October thing was able to slide through the court, because that's not true. We all watched him turn himself in on January 12th of 2024. So I don't know how he's been in their custody. I don't know. He was on probation way before October. So I'm not understanding this late October thing that's being spoken of. But anywho, and the parties are in agreement to the technical violation with 30 days concurrent with the time defendant is serving in California. So they're running his violation concurrent with his California case. Further, the parties agree defendant would not lose the reduction that was previously agreed to. Okay. On the drop down, the court noted the drop down is not the judgment of conviction. Ms. Potts advised the drop down would still be on the table. Counsel advised it is in the guilty plea agreement. Okay, the court noted that the court can do a minute order to correct the judgment of conviction if needed. Upon the court's inquiry, defendant stipulated to a technical violation of probation. Matter submitted. Court ordered probation temporarily revoked and defendant sentenced to 30 days in the Clark County Detention Center. So they were sentencing him to 30 days. They have revoked his probation and sentenced him to 30 days with 30 days credit for time served concurrent with the defendant's California case. So when they revoked his probation, they sentenced him. He was going to get 30 days in Clark County, but instead they decided to run it concurrent with the California case. Thereafter, probation reinstated. Further, court ordered bench warrant quashed. Court noted defendant is still on probation in this case and admonished defendant to report to parole and probation within 48 hours of release from custody of California. Now, let me come over here and let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about over here. This is why his supervising officer changed. Free Chrisean. Absolutely. Junior does need his mom. What? There's over 120 people sipping this Henny with 88 likes. Can y'all get these likes up? Like, come on now. Y'all coming over here watching the video. Can y'all get them likes up? It doesn't make sense. Everybody that watches any content creator should be hitting the like button on their way in. If there's 120 people watching, there should be 120 likes. It's not, it really is difficult when we sit up here and we do this work and we put our all into it and we come up here and we try to give y'all the best content that we can give y'all, and y'all don't like the content. Y'all just sitting here watching it, not liking. Can y'all please get the likes up before I continue on? So he's getting out soon. Yes, ma'am. He is not being extradited. The extradition is off the table. However, he was violated. Now, his next court date, if y'all remember, his next court date is coming up. Can we check on the likes, please? Because it ain't that many people in here. It's 3 a.m. I'm lost for words. Blue case was way worse than Chrisean. It's the ones in the bushes. Ain't no way I'm be paying for someone else's lawyer and I need one myself. Well, ain't no way we do a lot of things as people, but we do them. He's still got to be sentenced about the THC. Right. Yes, get those likes up. Come on now. So I can continue on. Because when I got a pause in content, it kind of holds everything up. We at 123 in likes with 152 watching. The numbers dropped because I asked for likes. Wow. I could see if I was asking for cash apps, I'm asking for likes. They're free and anonymous. Don't nobody know you hit the like button. Come on, 19 more people watching. Can we get 19 more likes, please? I'm going to continue in a minute. Now we got to take our belts off. Thank you. 134. Can we get the likes up just a little bit more? Get them likes to 140 at least. Because I ain't done. Oh, I ain't done. I ain't done. I ain't done. Someone been doing some funny things behind the scenes. I don't care. It was a setup. Likes are free. Come on. A lot coming in. Okay, we at 143. All right, keep the likes coming in. I'm going to continue to keep on going right now. All right, so we're going to go on over here and we're going to talk about this because I know when I seen this, my mouth dropped like, what? Wait a minute. But, okay, wait. Before we get into that, okay, let's go over here and I'm not going to read all of this because all of this is just repeated information that we already know about the counts and the misdemeanor and and this document is on the 28th, which was just 2 days ago at 3:15 p.m. This was put into record. Now this is talking about all the counts, stay out of the strip club corridor, any gaming institutions, no contact with Mr. Trailer, all the stuff that was already read out in court. Okay. Now we're coming down to here because this right here thereafter is what was added. Okay. So it says thereafter, counsel provided the court with a written statement setting forth that the defendant has, in the judgment of the parole and probation officer, violated the conditions of probation on the 24th day of June, 2024. The defendant appeared in court with counsel and pursuant to a probation violation hearing proceeding. And this was the first technical violation with only temporary revocation available for a maximum of 30 days and good cause appearing to amend judgment of conviction. Now, therefore, probation temporarily revoked. Defendant sentenced to 30 days in the Clark County Detention Center with 30 days credit for time served concurrent with the defendant's California case. Therefore, probation is reinstated. Further, court ordered bench warrant quashed. Court notified defendant is still on probation. This case is admonished defendant to report to parole and probation in 48 hours of release from custody. This is officially signed off by the judge on the 28th of June of this year. Okay, so now what does this all mean, Basil? Right? What does it mean? I'll tell you what this means. This means that his probation violation is done in Nevada. He is not going to be extradited, and whatever happens in the California case, it's running concurrent with Nevada. So that means that if California decides to let him out, because remember, he does have, this is the case that the violation is on, and, he was to serve 354 days in the county jail. However, common with California working off of every 1 day is 2 days, he's due to be out. At first, it was saying that he would be out on July 2nd, but that date is not available on his LA Sheriff's, which I'm going to show y'all in a minute. And this is the next court date that he has on the 29th, and this is a probation violation sentencing. So whatever happens at this sentencing, if they decide to let him free, he's going to go free. And yeah. He's going to be out and about and in these streets. Okay. What I am doing now is I am going to pull him up because he, as of today, or earlier yesterday, I should say, was no longer showing that hold from Nevada. And this is what triggered the search to find out what happened in Nevada. Let me go ahead and let me share this tab right now. All right, so we all know this information here. I don't have my mouse, so y'all bear with me. All right, as we scroll down, we see the hold is no longer there. There is no longer a hold anywhere on his case. It is gone. However, there is still no release information, no release date as of yet, because he has not gone to court. He will more than likely have a release date. If he's not released on this day, he will have a release date shortly after this date. So that means that this should update and reflect that he has a court date coming. Nothing has changed as far as this goes. It is still no bail. Everything is still the same except for that Nevada hold is gone. Okay. Now let me come back over here. Let me see what some of y'all are talking about over here. All of the probation violations, and he is yet to face any consequences. There is some soul shenanigan going on here. Interesting. I pray Chrisean's godparents have him and they protect him until Rock gets out. It's okay. She's going to be okay. Don't get me wrong. If he gets out and gets to helping her get out, that's cool. But if he gets out on some BS, he going to know what a hate train feels like. I promise. No, he is not on the birth certificate. Chrisean changed Jr.'s last name, but he is not on the birth certificate. He is getting out 7/29 for sure. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about this for a second. When it comes down to that THCA charge that they were hitting him with, the problem with that was they could not pinpoint it back to him directly. They were saying that the THCA was found in this cell, but he was in this cell, and they went in the cell when he was in the shower. Now, to my understanding, because I've never been to prison, I've never been to jail, I've never been to any type of correctional or detention center, no nothing. When they usually shake down your cell, you're standing outside your cell. You're right there by your cell. You're not in the shower. You're by your cell. So that was some sneaky shit that was done. If it was to try to set him up, they failed and failed miserably, because at the end of the day, you put it in the wrong damn cell. All right. We know that Ninja is a stanky jerk. This is not good. Chrisean has to get out before him. All right. I hope Junior is in Baltimore before he gets out. He's not on the birth certificate, guys. He does not have any rights to the baby at all. As it stands right now, he is not on the birth certificate. He does not have rights to the baby. So he cannot go to Marsh and take the baby from Marsh legally. The baby does have his last name, but there are steps that have to be taken. He has to go to court. He has to file for a court date. He has to take a DNA test. He's got to wait for the DNA test to come back, because the courts are not going to, unless he does it uncontested, then the courts will give him his parental rights. But she still has to appear in court. He cannot just take the baby from her. And then he has to prove justifiable cause as to why he should take custody of Junior. And he can't say because she's in jail, because, sir, you just came out of jail. And you can't say because she has an arrest record, because, sir, you have an arrest record, and you have an arrest record for pow-pows and violent crimes. All of her arrests have to do with Mary Jane and things of that nature. And yeah, she's got some assaults on there, but you got pow-pows on your record. When it comes down to the courts, I'm going to tell you how it goes. When a parent's name is not on the birth certificate, and I know this because I went through this. When a parent's name is not on the birth certificate, the courts will order a DNA test to be done to establish paternity, unless the father stands up in court and says, this is my child, I don't need a DNA test. Then at that point in time, the court acknowledges him as the father, and then the court proceeds on. She said he don't care about the legalities. He's a kidnapper. I'm sorry, it's not funny, but the reading that sentence, it makes me chuckle. I'm sorry. But, you're right. He will take the baby, but he will have to go through a whole process. He'll be arrested for child theft. Well, until he's established legally, he stands up and says, that's my kid, which he's done several times, but he has to do it in a court of law. He has no rights to the child, and it would be a kidnapping charge for him, and it would violate him in both states. So I seriously doubt that he's going to go that route, because if the police get called on him, it's kidnapping right now, and it's a violation for him. I hope he pays it forward to Rock, because through it all, she has held him down. Absolutely, she has. They swear Chrisean ruined Blueface life. Blueface been making bad decisions way before Chrisean. Interesting that you bring that up. Oh, well, I'm just saying, it ain't a secret if you've been through the process. It's not a secret if you've been through the process. So it's not that simple. Exactly. He don't want a kidnapping charge added. He don't want another charge added, period. So is he supporting Chrisean right now on Snapchat? I don't know. He's not posting on his Snapchat. She's not posting on his Snapchat. Right. But he's not on the birth certificate, Venus. So the court is going to order one. That has nothing to do with what goes on in court. Because he's not on the birth certificate, it has to be established in a court of law. Well, you know what? Let me stop, because I'm going off of New York law. I'm not going off of Cali. I don't know what Cali does. Let me backtrack a second and let me stop, because I just remembered he's in Cali. I just know what goes on over here in New York. If it's different, somebody let me know it's different and how it's different down in the comments, and then we'll go and we'll do a whole nother video on that at a later date. Yes, someone else is running his Snapchat, just like it's the Snapchat team, just like the Snapchat team is running Chrisean's. Chrisean needs to let him go, start fresh, and let Jaden have him. Those people are karmic energy vampires. You are absolutely correct. I believe you, because the energy with all of them, just looking at it through the screen, was very thick and heavy. The company that did the original DNA test is also the same place that does the court-ordered DNA test. It is the same place. but he's not on the birth certificate. That's the part that y'all are missing. He's not on the birth certificate. And it's actually going to be up to the court whether or not they decide to take that DNA test into consideration. But I've never heard of the courts using an outside DNA test. They usually use their own DNA tests. And I'm saying usually because, like I said, I'm going off of New York. Now, if California flies by something else, then California flies by something else. But I know here, when it comes to family court, you have to establish the paternity. Right. And that's what I'm saying, sexiest one. They have to establish paternity. This is true. But we don't know until she's tired. Miss G, that's all I'm saying. That stunt he pulled before she went to jail, running first fish, second fish, red fish, blue fish. Please don't use other people's lingo over here. I know where that came from. He posted an old video when he was in a shoe store. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, he didn't post that. The Snapchat team posted that. Chrisean has to come to the folks in the road, the fork in the road, in order for her to walk away on her own terms like she did before. Yeah, she walked away before, but this time she got to keep on going. If she's going to walk away, she got to keep going. Whoever is taking care of Junior, hopefully he's in a safe place. I'm quite sure Junior is safe. When I'm not even going to think that anything is, we just going to keep sending positive energy, prayers of protection and covering over the baby. Since he did not sign the birth certificate, he would have to prove paternity and sign a paternity acknowledgement. Right. A paternity acknowledgement that Chrisean would sign off on as well unless it's court ordered. Right. They will get a court-ordered DNA test, and if he goes to court and says he's the father and the mom is in jail. Huh? Just because she's in jail doesn't mean she doesn't have rights to her children. It's like that in Missouri, too. The state has to recognize it before anything legal happens. They don't care anymore about you signing papers, avoiding the DNA test. Right. Well, no, here you can. You can say in court that you acknowledge paternity. And then, like she said, you have to sign the acknowledgement. I have to sign the acknowledgement. Well, the mother would have to sign the acknowledgement. And then the father's name can be added to the birth certificate. But paternity has been established in a court of law. I just hope she don't give him access to her money. He's not going to do right by her, I don't think. Happy anniversary, Buttercup, on your 6 months. Happy 6 months anniversary. He can sign an acknowledgement of paternity if he wants it faster and no DNA. Right. Well, T brought up something very interesting and brought up the fact that, it's been said that Chrisean has ruined Blueface's life. Chrisean. And while you guys would like to have an update on her, nothing has updated on anything over this weekend as of yet. She still herself has it still has the no release information Oklahoma hold. Okay, numbers of days sentenced, 30 days expired. Like, she's already done her 30 days there. So right now, as we already know, she is just sitting on this hold with Nevada. Now, the interesting thing about all of this is let's just say, playing devil's advocate here, because we don't know what's going on, okay? Let's just say that Nevada says, nope, we don't want to run a concurrent. Nope, she's not, we're not doing any of that. Let's just say that Nevada says that. Worst case scenario. Chrisean will be home on the 10th. If they don't want to give her any type of credit. Can we get the likes up to 200 people? His court date is not until the 29th. He is not coming home yet. Oklahoma, thank you. Oklahoma. Nevada, Oklahoma, shit. It's a whole lot going on. His court date is not until the 29th of July. He will not be coming home before he is sentenced on his probation violation hearing. So if she's being held for 30 days and they didn't count any of the days at all that she's already served in California towards her Oklahoma, and Oklahoma says, nope, if we're going to let her do this time in Cali and run it concurrent, then she's going to do if we're going to let her do this in Cali, we're not going to run it concurrent. And she's going to do every day of that 30. If they decided to do that, then she should come home about the 10th, which means she would still come home before Blue. The only way that I see Chrisean not coming home before Blue is if she gets extradited to Oklahoma. Now, I'm going to say this. When we were all looking at Blue's case, we all were dead set and sure that judge is going to make him come stand before her and she's going to serve him and make him do time in Nevada because she wasn't playing with him and pop, right? We all said that. But as we saw, that was not the case, and he was able to serve his sentence in California. So for all of those people that are saying that she's going to go to Oklahoma, they're going to come and get her. It's a lot cheaper for the state in time and money, even though she would have to pay that back. It's a lot cheaper for them to just let her serve her sentence there. So what we've been saying about them possibly allowing her to serve that time in California is a possibility. Because we're looking at that happen in this case with Blue. Even though Nevada is a different state than Oklahoma, it's the same kind of case though. They're both locked up in California with out-of-state violations. So she did not come home on the 20th like we all thought. She did not come home on the 28th like we all thought. It looks like the 10th may be the date. But you also have to remember they're not updating her files or any of that because of all of the calls that they have been getting. That it's been a lot. It's been overwhelming. But to answer the question as to who's coming home first, it looks like it may be Chrisean. I don't know. But if we're going off of these numbers and we're going off of anything and we're saying that she's serving her time in Cali, she'll be home before Blue. Now, if they let him out before his sentencing, I would be very surprised. Because he hasn't been sentenced yet for the charges that he's in there for now. So listen. Hold on, guys. Okay. Now there's something that I do want to do, but I'm trying to remember which phone I did this on because I'm not even sure if I want to put this out there, but it is a part of the story. I just hate when I put stuff out there that could go either way, because oftentimes it goes either way. All right, so let me ask y'all a question. Henny Glasses in the chat, if y'all remember back when Chrisean took off with his G-Wagon, I want to know how many of y'all were around back then. All right, I'm seeing Henny Glasses. Okay. We all remember that there was a message to him that she wrote out saying I love you and all of that, right? And she took off down the road heading to Baltimore. Now, I don't know where all of this talk of her taking the car so that she could give it to her mother and all of that came into play, because there were text messages that were posted a long time ago regarding this situation. I really don't want to go here, but I'm going to go here because it goes along with what we were talking about, because people are quick to say that Chrisean ruined Blue's life. However, I'm going to show you that that is not the case. Hold on one second. Let me get that up for y'all. Let me take y'all down memory lane real quick. And let's go to the text messages. All right. Well, we could actually go here. Let's go here because we could see this a little better. It's all just showing Chrisean was reaching out to him and he was not texting her back at first. Okay. When he finally does text her back, is that Sunday. She got arrested on a Monday. Sunday, 2 a.m., she texts him, and at 11:26, he texts back and says, "You finna mess up your whole life. Shaking my head. Good luck. Police waiting for you at the state line." Okay? Car has a tracking device on it, by the way. You better off parking it. Take a train or flight to Bmore. You're not going to make it driving that car. Takes lots of gas. Now here, something is whited out. And she says something about up the safe to hide it. Never mind, it's cool. God got me. Okay? Now, what is she going to a safe to go do? Now you tripping. The devil has got you. She hearted that. She said, "My mom need me. I'ma be back." Now, if you want to see these text messages, let me pull it up a little bit. She says, "My mom need me. I'ma be right back." He says, "You're useless to your mom in jail. You're only going to cause more pain on your family. I don't think you fully understand the crimes you committed. You're driving a stolen car with bad tags. I don't know what that is. And you left your DNA at the crime scene." So she said, "Nobody's going to jail. Stop texting me like you against me." He said, "I can't stop the cops, Rock. I had to report it. Stolen." She says, "No, you didn't. You choose to do that. You can say you got your car back. This blank it, bruh." A lot of stuff has been blacked out in these text messages. Hold on. Let me get y'all his last set of messages. He says, I have responsibilities, Rock. I have car insurance for this reason. I didn't know it was you till I seen the blood on the wall. Cops was already there at that point. They took your DNA. You could have just asked me. Nigga would have flew you back. Y'all remember these messages? Mookie said he called the police on it. Mookie wasn't lying when y'all watched season 1 of Crazy in Love. He called the police and reported that car stolen. But clearly, whatever the hell is going on, people knew. People knew. All right? People knew. But now I'm going to take y'all on a little journey. Okay, because I did a little digging of my own to see something because I was just a little curious and I wanted to know. What is a possible route that she could have taken to go from California to Baltimore or Baltimore to California. And so I pulled up on the map. Santa Clarita, California to Baltimore. Can y'all see this map? Let me see if y'all can see this map good. Am I in the way? I want to know. Am I in the way? Nope. I'm in good space. Y'all can see it all. Get those likes up, please. She would have drove Santa Clarita through Arizona, through New Mexico, through the top of Texas, and into Oklahoma, then into Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and then into Baltimore over here. Literally from one side of the country to the other. She got stopped in Oklahoma. This is a whole hell of a lot of driving. Even if she got stopped here at the state line of Texas and Oklahoma, that's a whole lot of driving. And if she got stopped here at the state line, that's a whole lot of driving. What we do know is from where she was picked up at to Tulsa, Oklahoma is 50 miles. She was 50 miles away from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Where are you going with this, Henny? Where I'm going with this is he called the police back here in Santa Clarita. Why is it that she was able to drive through the state of California? Because you see Santa Clarita is over here, damn near by the ocean. She drove through the state of California, through Arizona, through New Mexico, through this portion of Texas to Oklahoma, and ain't not one cop picked her up. But them text messages said, see you at the state line, right? They're going to get you at the state line. Something along those lines. But he mentioned the state line, right or wrong. Let me show you this. You see these addresses here? Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Those are all wax houses in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's 5 of them. I find it very funny, as does a lot of other people who have hit me up with their conspiracy theories about things that have gone on and happened within this case. I find it very funny that she gets 50 miles from Tulsa, Oklahoma, has driven through not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 states before she gets picked up. You don't find that suspicious? Because I do. Why she didn't get stopped in Arizona? Why she didn't get stopped in New Mexico or Texas? Why she didn't get stopped in California? But she gets stopped in Oklahoma, 50 miles away from Tulsa. Am I showing it still? Well, let me tell you something. Usually I try to black out addresses and all of this stuff, but this stuff is public information. And those are not his personal homes. Those are homes that he owns. I don't think he wanted to call neither. I think he was advised to call the police. Allie, I see you paying attention to everything. If you go back to those text messages, oh, he got a shit ton of houses in Cali, and he got houses in Jersey, and yeah, there's quite a few places. When I told y'all I know how many homes he owns and where, I wasn't lying. Now we cooking with gas. If he called right away, they would have picked her up in Cali. So it wasn't a phone call made right away. Now, a lot of people have been in my inbox, and you know me. I have to see where it makes sense. I have to see where it makes sense when the theories come into play. I need to see the dots connect some type of way, some type of, you know. So as I'm looking at this and pulling up the map and trying to see, does she have to go through Oklahoma? Was there something that could do? Y'all picked up on the fact that it was said to ditch the car. See you at the state line, or they're gonna get you, or whatever he said about the state line. He knew they were gonna be there waiting. Now, if you own homes in a place and a person that networks as much as WAC 100 networks, you don't think he could have placed a call and said, hey, this girl done stole my client's car and she's heading into Oklahoma right now. Here's how you get into the tracking device. Here's the information on the tracking device. Y'all pick her up. I don't know if he was warning her about stuff, but it damn sure does sound like he knew about some shit ahead of time. Yes, WAC is married. Where you been, Miss D? So when it comes down to the fan/supporter theory, that once it came out in court, because I'm going to tell you where all of this came from in case you're lost as to why people are saying this. Why is this coming out now? Because during the Keefe D trial, WAC owned up to owning homes in Oklahoma. And the minute that people heard Oklahoma, people were automatically inboxing me saying, Henny WAC set Chrisean up in Oklahoma. Henny WAC is behind Oklahoma. Henny, look into Oklahoma because of WAC. WAC did something with this Oklahoma case, Henny. And of course, you know me. I'd be like, all right, make it make sense. Because a lot of times, sometimes, even though, you know, I love our baby girl, Chrisean, and you know I'm going to stand on business for her, sometimes she be bringing some stuff on herself. So I had to go and look and see and figure out, like, how would this make sense? So looking at the map, seeing how the route goes, looking at the fact that where she was arrested at was 50 miles away from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. And Tulsa is on the other side towards the end of Oklahoma, in case you don't know that. If you look at the thumbnail, let me see if I can pull the thumbnail up. Let me see if I can pull this thumbnail up for y'all real quick. It's in this email. Okay. If you look at this thumbnail, here is the state line for Oklahoma. For Oklahoma and Texas right here. Tulsa is all the way over here. All the way over here. That's Tulsa. So it's on the other side. Tulsa is somewhere in here. So that means Chrisean made it through Oklahoma till she got over here by this border. Tulsa is somewhere in here. So she made it through the first border of Oklahoma. So yeah, me looking at this map, me seeing where everything is on this map is what made me say, oh yeah, I can see where people are getting that theory from, because I can see how that can make sense. What you said, Dion? She said, yep, I was watching that. And the look on his face when he had to admit he owns properties in that state, he knew he effed up. Yes, Tulsa, Oklahoma is Black Wall Street. Now, I decided to come with this fan theory because I'm able to connect the dot and see where it could possibly make sense. Again, this is alleged. I'm not saying that it's a definite. I'm just saying that that fan theory, that supporter theory, dots can be connected to where I can actually pull information and see and show y'all how that could make sense. Now, I'm not saying that it's a 100% definite, but what I am telling you is something definitely to side eye. So for those of y'all who were saying, Henny, can you look into that? Henny, can you see if that's a possibility? Henny, I think I'm going to say that y'all make a logical, y'all are making logical accusations. Because I'm able to back it up with data. But I wanted to come on, go live and show y'all, that Blue's warrant had been quashed. And I wanted to go into that fan theory because I found it very interesting that there is some type of something that could back up that theory. Because now that we know where the homes were owned at, and he's openly admitted to it in a court of law to owning homes in Oklahoma, just not where we're able to actually say, you know what, I could see that being him placing a phone call to someone that he knows in Tulsa to place a phone call to try to get an APB out on that car because the car is headed your way. Yes, this live will be saved, Rhea. I will not be taking it down. But we are still on a Chrisean watch now that we know what is going on with Blue. We are still now on the Chrisean watch to see what is going to happen. Is Oklahoma going to come and pick her up and extradite her, or will she serve out a complete and total 30 days here in California? We still don't know 100%. It does look like she could serve it in California, but again, there is still time for Oklahoma to extradite if they so choose to. All right. But I wanted to come and open up this bar for y'all and give y'all that information. Y'all know it's the weekend, so y'all know late night sessions are still a possibility. I just got to see how this is going to work with everything that the transitions that are happening here at my job. But, you know, you guys still say your prayers. You know, everything that is meant for your bad does turn around for your good when you put your prayers into it and you lean on to the Most High's understanding and not your own. Because we can't always understand what's going on in the supernatural realm in our own lives. So I'm just going to say to you to lean on the Most High's understanding and trust in it. Okay? Continue to pray for covering, protection over Junior. Continue to send positive prayers and energy towards Chrisean. And I will even go as far as to say, send prayers for Blue, for his mind and his heart to be touched and changed in a way that he could be more empathetic and compassionate towards those who are truly trying to be there for him, and for his eyes to be open to see the evil around him, his ears to be able to hear it, and his heart to be able to receive it. That's going to do it for this video. For those of y'all that are going to rest, when you rest, rest well. And remember what I always say to y'all, love is always love, y'all, and it will never return unto you void. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in. For those of y'all who watched from the beginning to now, thank you to the lurkers in the back and everybody who got those likes up. Thank you to the replay gang, and I will see y'all in the next one.